We have conversations every single day, right? But how often do we actually stop and think about what's really going on? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to break down a completely normal, everyday chat between two friends to uncover some of the really interesting stuff hidden inside. So let's get into it. So, this is the very first thing we hear. It is so wonderful to be here with you today. Now, it sounds pretty simple, but an opening line that's this warm and friendly, it just sets the stage for the entire interaction. It's a little thing, but it immediately puts people at ease and kind of opens the door for a real connection. But of course, it's not all fun and games. After that nice opening, the conversation gets real, and it turns pretty quickly to the work week. We find out one of the speakers, Paul, is dealing with some pretty serious stress. Let's dig into what's going on there. So, what's the first clue that Paul's having a bad week? This, a 3-hour meeting. Can you imagine? 3 solid hours, just stuck in a room, probably talking about reports and numbers. That alone is enough to drain anybody. It's a huge sign of why he's so stressed out. And this is where we get to the real heart of the issue. It's a total classic clash of personalities. You've got Tom on one side, he's the loud, funny guy who tells good jokes and talks a ton. And then you have Sarah, she's the new person, very quiet, and just wants to focus on her work. They're on the same team, and you can already feel the tension. And then, bam, we get this quote from Sarah. She just says it, plain and simple. Tom is difficult. That one little sentence tells you everything you need to know, right? This isn't just a minor annoyance. That personality clash is turning into a real problem at the office. Okay, so the problem is crystal clear. But what's really fascinating here is how the conversation pivots to actually find a solution. And it's not some complicated corporate strategy, not at all. It's something much simpler, much more human. And it comes from the other friend, Emily. I absolutely love this. They actually come up with a name for the solution, Peace Coffee. It's not just about getting a caffeine fix, right? It's a strategic move, a way to de-escalate everything. And let's be honest, it is really hard to be difficult with someone when they're handing you a giant cookie. And here it is, the master plan in all its beautiful simplicity. Just 4 easy steps. Go to the coffee shop, buy 2 big coffees, buy 2 big chocolate cookies, and then deliver the peace coffee at 10 in the morning. That's it. It's just a great reminder that sometimes the best solutions are really just about basic human kindness. So, just as they've solved one problem, the conversation takes this completely delightful turn. We shift all the way from the stress of the office to a story about unexpected love. It's such a great example of how our conversations can just carry us from something mundane to something totally magical. This is one of those classic meet-cute stories, like from a movie. It starts in a supermarket, of all places. Emily's friend, Maria, drops a whole bag of red apples. This random guy, Leo, gets right down on the floor to help her. He says something a little awkward, but it works, and they end up going for coffee. And now, they're engaged! And this is the amazing line that started it all. Your apples are very red. I mean, it's not exactly Shakespeare, is it? But it was honest, it was a little goofy, and it was enough to make Maria laugh. It just goes to show you don't need some perfect, smooth line to make a real connection with someone. Of course, a wedding means a whole new set of challenges. This time, it's about fashion. So now it's Emily's turn to have a problem, and it's one I think pretty much all of us can relate to. What in the world do I wear? So what's the big emergency? Well, no surprise here, it's the dress and the shoes. Both are a major concern. And what makes it even more complicated is that the wedding is in a garden. You know what that means? Heels sinking into the grass is a total disaster waiting to happen. It's that classic what do I wear panic. We've all been there. And just like with the peace coffee problem, the solution comes just by talking it through. And I love this part. Paul, who is just getting advice from Emily, now gets to dish some out himself. What color? A blue dress. What about the grassy lawn? Comfortable flat shoes. And what if it's too long? Just take it to a tailor. Boom, problem solved. And there we have it, the final plan. A long blue dress, some cute silver flat shoes, and a small silver bag to go with it. It's perfect. Emily went from a full-on fashion crisis to feeling totally confident and ready for the wedding, all because she had a little chat with her friend. All right, so now that all the big, stressful problems are out of the way, it's time to unwind. Let's take a look at how these two friends are planning to spend their weekends and what their plans tell us about connection. So their weekend plans could not be more different.
Paul is all about a cozy night in, pepperoni pizza, blue pajamas, just relaxing. Emily, on the other hand, is getting dressed up in her new blue dress and going out for a nice pasta dinner with her friend. So totally different plans, right?
But here's the hidden connection that comes out in the conversation. Paul's having pizza, Emily's having pasta, and they both realize they have a shared love for Italian food. It's such a simple, beautiful little moment, and it reminds us that we can find common ground in the most unexpected places. So, what can we take away from this whole conversation? Well, for one, that a small act of kindness, like buying a coffee, can actually solve some pretty big conflicts. Two, that amazing stories can start in the most ordinary places imaginable. Three, that just talking through your problems is almost always the best way to find a solution. And finally, that simple plans are often the absolute best. And really, this quote just says it all. From fixing workplace drama to figuring out a wedding outfit, this whole conversation was just a powerful reminder that talking to a friend really is the best medicine. It's a simple idea, but it's one that is so, so true. And now, after all of that, we have to ask the most important question to come out of this entire thing. Are you team pizza or are you team pasta? Let us know what you think. Thanks for tuning in.